let's start by talking about the nature of relationship in modern day to how it actually should be. In our modern day, people look at relationships on a very superficial level. And I'm not talking about how you look from the outside and what can you give the other person or desires that they can fulfill. This is even more superficial. This is as shallow as you can get, yeah? No, I'm talking about because we lack the information, the correct information, and we have been misinformed about what a relationship should entail, how it should be conducted, what we should be looking for, which we lost over time. I think we lost it over time because we became so obsessed about morals and values, and we become rather suppressive with our ideologies of these morals and values, that we pushed people off the edge. And the edge is to go to the other extreme. I don't give a shit about any of this anymore. Slowly but surely, the wars killed off any morals, principles to do with what is a relationship and how to conduct a relationship and what is regarded as a healthy relationship. Now, all over the internet, you can find many different point of views, opinions, ideas about how to hold the relationship together, how to create a good family nucleus. And a lot of it does make sense, and a lot of it, would work. But again, this is what I'm talking about, a superficial level. Okay? Because a relationship just on the material plane, on the material existence, just in the outside, the external senses, meaning on the physical level. Now, I'm not talking about sexual attraction here, yeah? On the physical level of what these two people can bring to the table together and build together in the material reality is a superficial relationship. Because we have not been educated to also take into consideration, and when I say educated, I'm talking about the last 3 or 4 generations, that a relationship is also an energetic connection. It is a dance between two energies that should be in harmony with each other. If this dance at some point goes out of step or does not feel right, automatically both human beings should understand this is not the right relationship for me. See you later. But what do? Because we don't understand that concept, because we have not been educated on this concept, we continue sticking to that relationship until we wear each other out or damage our emotional and mental body to such an extent that we will take it to the next relationship. Yeah? So on an energetic level, you also need to understand and vibrate with the other half or the other person. And then you go to the mental level. Now, the mental level is really where all the magic happens, right? So on a mental level, do the minds meet? Do you have the same vision for the future? Do you want, and I am again not talking about what you're going to build as in a family and a business and a career and, I want to have a yacht and I want to have a house here. And again, this is superficial. This is the physical part, yeah? No, on a mental level, where do you see yourself in 10, 15 years' time developing as a human being? Of course, most of us don't even think about that. So this is where the problem starts. But let's not focus on that problem. Let's say we actually don't have that problem. Let's say that all of us actually think about what we're going to be doing in 10 or 15 years' time and how we are going to be transforming and developing. My life is all about transformation and development. So who I am right now is definitely going to change in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 15 years' time. I should hope so, because I'm working on myself every single day. And if I'm working on myself every single day, I expect to be a much better version of myself come 5 years or 10 years or 15 years' time. Is the person I'm with capable of doing the same thing? Is the person I'm with, or I'm going to hold hands and walk my path with, thinks in the same way? Has the same motivations, has the same morals and principles as I do, is willing to transform like I am? That is the mental level. Is the person I'm with can vibrate on the same level as I'm vibrating energetically and mentally? Is this person able to understand who I am and what I am? Can we complete each other in that sense? Not in a physical sense. And can we complete each other in the sense of we bring out the best in each other? We teach each other lessons no matter how painful they are. they make us, they mold us into a beautiful version of ourselves, while the other person watches, supports, nurtures. The partner that is growing might be exploding, might be, kicking out, maybe saying, oh, fuck you, I don't want to go through this shit. But the other one is standing there, holding their hands, hugging them, supporting them, telling them it's okay, you can go through this. Is it a person that is able to do that for you? Is it a person that will be able to understand what you're going to be going through in transformation? Because transformation is a painful process. It's like giving birth to a new you. So if the other person cannot be there for you in the hour where you need the most, is that the right person for you? Is this the person that you want to hold hands and walk down the path with? Because remember, when that time comes and you realize that this is not the person, you have to let them go. Even if you made the mistake of spending 5 years, 10 years with this person and then realizing this is not the person that I want to be walking my path with, you have to be strong enough to let go of that person and walk your own path. Now comes the most important part of the relationship. Do your souls vibrate together? Do your souls want to be one with each other? Do you feel moved inside, where your heart is opened, where your mind is blown away by the vibration of your heart opening? That is a soul connection. And those, because we're not aware, sometimes they can cross our path and we're not even aware that this is a soul connection, and we let them go. We destroy it, completely unaware. And we lose out on a great blessing in our life. This is very important. My friends, I have never met a person who was able to move me energetically, mentally, and spiritually. I have never met a person where my soul and the energies that I communicate with and I channel, the divine energies, shake every cell in my body when it comes to the connection I am making with you. So if all of those things don't spell out that you are the perfect half of my apple, that you are someone not just special, but our souls have always come down together, to be together, to walk the path together, to whatever capacity. Yeah, and like I said, if you had listened to my recordings, I explained in the recordings that it's not about the physical connection. You seem to be preoccupied with that. You seem to think that when I'm going to be physically with you, then I will give you 100% of my time and my energy and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's not about that. And I tried to explain it to you several times, but you missed the point, I think. I believe that you did miss the point. So it's not about sexual energy. But the opposite, I want to teach you how to channel that energy, not utilize it where you release it from the body. I want to help you to understand how to channel that energy in order for you to utilize it in more creative, productive ways where you can manifest whatever your dreams or desires are, to fulfill your dharma, to fulfill the destiny that you were born to fulfill. And apparently, according to what I have been hearing in my meditations, what I have been feeling and experiencing, you're a very, very important soul. A soul that needs to be molded in order for you to reach wherever you want to go faster than you may know it. Anyway, our connection for me is a lot more deeper than physical. Our connection is... your average person wouldn't understand. Yeah, your average person does not get it, because it's a love that transcends time and space. we are the perfect match for each other. And I'm not talking about a perfect match or the perfect two energies that are going to do the dance of the cosmos together. Yeah, it's not just about, it's not, like I said, it's not physical. It's not about, but if we turn it into physical, when the two souls meet in one body, when our two bodies become one, you will understand the magnitude of our connection. Because I don't think you seem to understand it even now. And I think even I didn't understand how powerful it is, that connection that we have, until my last 2 or 3 meditations, where the divine energies were literally telling me, they were telling me he didn't get what you were doing. He didn't understand it. He took it the wrong way. His heart is broken and he's very upset. So he misunderstood what it is that you were trying to teach him. I think the first thing that you need to understand is that everything I do with 100% love and compassion. I disagreed with my master, my energy master, because he thought it came from a place somewhere else. And I said, no. I know who I am. I know how I vibrate. And that's not where it came from. It is sometimes when I meditate, and I was in a fast and meditating at that time, an energy will channel through me, and it is that energy that will work through me in order to give or teach the beings that I'm surrounded by. And sometimes people think it's me who is actually dishing this out. It's not. You need to understand this is on a very high vibratory level. And I need you to understand that. Yeah, I need you to understand who I am and how I operate. And stop looking at me just as this woman that I find attractive or have a connection with, and it was a fucking amazing weekend or whatever, yeah? We are beyond that. We are something else. And I'm going to try to explain it to you. And I hope, open your mind and listen very carefully. This is not on a mundane, material level of the third dimension that we call Earth. This is much bigger than that, my prince. Next is the story.